Hey guys, Steven here, obviously. Having one of those days. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. Um, did get some good news today. I've been waiting for the doctor to call me all day and wait till the end of the day to finally call. I had some blood work done and we were a little concerned. I've been getting a lot of swelling in my hands. They hurt every morning, and the swelling really don't go away. I mean, it goes down some during the day, but in the morning, they're swollen, big, huge, fat fingers. So we were getting a little concerned about having RA, rheumatoid arthritis, which is in my family. My cousin and my father both have it, and it's a rough condition to have, but I mean, if I did end up getting it, there's treatments, and there's ways of getting around it and all that. Well, they called back. I don't have it, thankfully. My A1Cs are down, which is good. I'm a diabetic. I got that when I joined the Marine Corps, and yeah, the whole big mess of that. That's a whole different story. But I am on a insulin pump, so I'm attached to this gizmo 24/7. It don't leave my side. It's my buddy. That's my mechanical pancreas. It keeps me alive. But anyway, I wanted to get into, so with starting with some good news, I want to get into some even better news. Well, for me, it's better news. But I did have some bad news because we still don't know why the swelling's in my hands. But it is what it is. Oh, we'll figure it out. I have a good doctor. So I ended up getting the filter in for this little guy here. I still need to order a carb kit, which I gotta tear into this so I can see what model I have. I know I have the Walbro in here, the MDC, but I don't know what series, what model I need for that. So I got my files in finally. I've been needing some new files. I got some up here, but I don't have the whole set anymore. So I needed some more files and more shaping files. This for porting and various other things. So that'll go up on the wall with the other files. Also, I got something big here. It came today. I ordered for the 141, the old Mac there. I ordered a new, well, I shouldn't say new, I should be much better condition cylinder. Come with piston and crankshaft. Everything looks really nice. Everything looks in order. Only downside of it, I mean, there's a lot of carbon built up in the exhaust. And a little surface rust on the top of the piston, which, well, I shouldn't say surface rust, but carbon buildup. Yeah, carbon buildup. I don't see too much surface rust on everything else. Now, when I got this off eBay. It said it's in very good condition. Well, looking it over, I don't really see any scoring on the piston on the intake side. I don't see scoring there. And I don't see any scoring on the piston. Definitely needs to be cleaned up. Don't see any piston on the exhaust side either, so that's good. only thing I'm a little concerned about is the scoring on the cylinder. Okay, it's got some scratches on the bottom side of the cylinder. Yeah, bottom. So I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, they're not terrible. I have a special honer, not the stuff you buy off the shelf kind of honer, but forget the name of it. It's called Flex Hone. Yeah, that's what it is. Flex Hone. It's got the little BBs. I use that, but I have another one where I can. It's a little more aggressive to kind of help with if you have some light scoring going on. So I'm gonna run that through it a couple times. But before I do, I'm gonna check the bore size. I'm gonna watch all that, so that way I don't go past what I need to be at. But yeah, I was a little disappointed when they said it's in great condition, or good condition, and it's not quite that good as I would hoped. But it is definitely an improvement than the one that was on the Salt. So I'm gonna go through all that. Not sure when, but when I do, I will try to make a video of it. I'm a little sketchy. Well, I don't know about sketchy. I'm a little more. I don't like to put that kind of stuff, my work, on there, because I do things a little different than a lot of people. It's just the way I've learned over the years. I put a lot of experience from my father when he did this stuff, grandpa, and a lot of other new and old school people. I just soaked it all up and put it all in one way of what I feel comfortable with. So I don't like to put stuff out like that. I was always a little leery on that, just because I'm a drama-free kind of guy. I don't like drama, and I try to stay away from it as much as I can. But no, I know you're gonna get it regardless, but I try to avoid it as much as I can. So anyway, I want to go through this little saw here. I want to get everything tore apart and tagged, bag and tagged, and go from there. And yeah, that's gonna be the start of my night. Had to step out of the house. Kids are going crazy, You know, for a Monday, first day back to work, and oh boy, here we go. I'll wrestle them down a little bit, and we'll play around, and yeah, time for Papa to go out to the garage. Yeah, take a breather. So anyway, I'll definitely be back out later for the second half of this video, once I get some wood stacked up for the fire. Get a fire going. It's a little chilly out here today. It's a cold day. Very cold day. But it is what it is. Winter's coming regardless, right? But anyway, yep, I just want to give you a little update. I was going to do an unboxing, but I couldn't hold myself back. And I knew what it was. And actually, at first I thought it was my parts for my Husky, so I get that back together and back into the wood. But yeah, that's still on order from the manufacturer, fortunately. Yeah, so who knows how long that's gonna take. It is what it is. Nick Pixel, thank you for the advice last night. I did turn my phone. So we'll see if that helps any. It's definitely very different because now everything gets in the way. I had to like push all my tools and stuff over and trying to figure out the best angle and all that for this. So it's a little different for me. But I am ordering a tripod, an extendable tripod. That way I can put my phone up over there off my bench, so if I'm working, you'll be able to get a whole view of it. So yeah, and yeah, I need to clean that too. I have so much work. I got 3 saws taken apart. I still need to go through my other 2 saws from my yesterday's venture and cutting that tree down, or trees down, and all that splitting and cutting, and yeah, I still need to go run through my saws, get them cleaned up. I don't like to go more than a day letting them sit all dirty. I like my saws clean, you know, and sharpened, and you never know when you're going to need them. So, but yeah, I found the other crank. So I'll turn this around a little bit. I don't know if you can see in there. This is all rusty, pitted. This one's it looks brand new. There's no slop in it. I mean, besides, you know, going back and forth, but that'll set once you get everything on here. But yes, it is a whole lot better. A whole lot better. And it turns. It turns because this, yeah, it's seized up. You hear that? I'm sure you get some grease in there to help, but I'm always a little leery, you know. I can put this into the press and press it out and put a new one in if I can find the right diameter and size and all that. But this was a whole lot easier. I think I paid $50 from the guy for that whole thing. Piston, rod, everything. I mean, like I said, I'm going to take it apart, check the bore sizes, and make sure I'm within tolerances and all that. But that would be for a little later project. But tonight I kind of want to get into this little eager beaver and see what carb I have, what model and series and all that good jazz. That way I can get these lines, reroute my lines, I'll get fuel lines, get the carb taken apart, cleaned up, soaking in the carb cleaner, get everything all stripped down and cleaned, get in those tanks, gotta get the fuel lines and replaced, and figure out why the oiler don't work. Alright, I will be back later, get some wood stacked up, probably say goodnight to the kids, head back out, and for the second half of this video. Alright, I'll see you then. Okay, look at this. I just separated the case from the motor there, and let me grab a flashlight. Uh-oh, there it is. Still plugged in. Alright, I know, my bench is a mess. I'm sorry, it's disgraceful. Look at that. Used and abused. Yeah, it's all holy. Look at all that. Ooh-wee. I have a plastic welder, but I don't think it'll fix that. Luckily, it's just the case. It's not so bad. I might do something, fab up some pieces or something. Maybe I can fix it up a little bit. But yeah, very, very dirty. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the coil. I don't even know how it started in the first place. It's so packed. So packed. I should have pulled the plug out, but that's okay. Oh man, it is dirty. And taking it apart, I can see why no one cleans it, because it is a very extremely pain in the butt to get into. There's the oiler. There's the oiler tube coming from the tank down to the oiler, and it's just, oh, it's terrible. Oh yeah, look at that. Here, look at that. Here's the fuel line. I accidentally pulled the plug end out of the spark plug, or the coil in, the plug in. But that ain't no big deal. I can fix that. I already did it once. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is insane. Hey, blow it out. Get some air through there every time you use it. Don't let your saws get like this. This is terrible. Terrible. You know how long it's going to take me to clean this? A while. That's not long. This is terrible. Hey guys. Just getting into the engine. Tiny little thing. I wasn't expecting to be this small. It just looks a lot bigger when it's in the case. But just wanted to kind of go over a little bit. I'm about to take the flywheel off here. I don't know if you know this, but a little trick taking the flywheel since it's pressed on. Now it has a little hole in the threaded part, the shaft there, and a little trick of getting that off if you don't have a puller, which I do have a puller, but this is a lot quicker. I just take a regular punch, put it, that'll fit in this hole nicely. So you put that punch in there, and usually 1-2 whacks will get that right out. So yeah, you just give it a little tap, and just like that, I already saw it vibrate out. Now this is a keyed shaft, so this will pop right out. I don't know if you see the key, that little slot right in the center of that hole there. There's a right on the bottom there. That's where the key slides into. Which on the shaft there's a key, or what we call a key anyway, which is just a little piece of metal that's been grooved into the shaft of that crank. So that right there, just a little dinky, what we call key, a little piece of metal there. That's designed specifically to slide right into that slot on the flywheel. Now, that's just a little trick I've learned from old school ways of doing it. There's other ways with a 3-arm puller where you twist it, has a threaded part, has a little jaws like, and you just turn the twist, just turn the puller down. I have it somewhere I could show you. Drag it out. But anyway, that you just thread it until it's tightened up. You take an impact or like a electric impact. You don't need a big one. It's not really that hard, and it's not on there that much. But that's just a little quick way of doing it. That's the best way of doing it, or a puller. But yeah, I took this thing off. It is nasty. I mean, this is after I been scraping for about 20 minutes. I left the muffler on and the spark plug in. Um, I'll take some once I get some of this old gasket material off from the carb. I'll put a piece, clean that real good by hand. What I do is I leave the piston in place where stuff won't get into it. So I'll probably rotate that down so the top of the piston is nowhere near the hole or the bottom or the center of the piston. So where you see nothing but piston, that's the bottom of the piston there. Now it's closed off. I don't want nothing getting in there. It has to stay really, 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 really clean. I know my camera's in a bad position. I'm working on a tripod. I'm gonna order it tonight. So that way I don't have to mess around with setting up the phone, because I'm getting kind of serious on my filming. Thanks, Nick Pixel there. Make me want to spend money now. So, anyway, that's just a little update. I got the rest of the stuff all laying around in their little specific spots. I showed you a little bit of the casing, and the engine went right when I pulled it out. I took the coil off and the oiler. Now the diaphragm is stuck in the oiler. It does look like it runs off the back pressure of the piston, which I'm hoping that hole's not plugged up, because then I would have to take the bottom end out. I don't want to do nothing to this. I don't think this is a small engine. I'm not gonna worry about porting or cleaning up the cylinder. The piston looks pretty good. Minimal light scratches on it. I call them scratches now because they're not gouges in there. So, but yeah, I just took miscellaneous stuff off. It's just the block. Got just the cylinder, the crankshaft there, so everything's still in place. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna clean it up and do a carb rebuild, and yeah, put it all back together once I get everything cleaned up. I do have a question though, and I'm hoping I get some answers to lean which way I want to go. Now on the 141 that I showed you earlier, now the yellow it's gonna be coming off regardless. Everything's gonna be stripped down to bare nothing. I was thinking about putting them in a sandblaster and powder coating it yellow. Just put a light powder coat over yellow, over the whatever I can powder coat. Now, or I could paint it. Either way, I'm gonna put color on it. Either way, it's gonna be yellow. Now, I don't know which way I want to run, because sometimes powder coat. I'm just gonna put a light powder light powder coat on it, or light paint. Now, it might be harder to find a heat treat yellow, but I'm pretty sure I can find it. It can't be that hard. I'll just throw it in Google and find it, I'm sure. But now, powder coating can hold heat some. I'm not too worried about on the 141 because everything's all open, and it seems like it has a very good cooling passages through there, through the fans. Now, I don't see an issue with it. but want to hear from others, see what you guys think, because I'm not 100% sure what route I want to go. And then the other downside to paint is that it'll eventually flake off, get scratched up that way. Um, but versus powder coat, it's easier to clean the machine and it's way more durable. I do some powder coating. I don't know if you guys seen the axe sitting on the table. That little axe head sitting on the table. He's got some trees in there. It says Buck and Billy Ray on it. It's in a copper tone with a flake black or a sparkled black background in it. Right when he was showing the his new axe that he designed and had Conrad build it for him. That I sent that to him. I had blasted that head and had polished up the edge and then just powder coated that in two-tone, which I thought turned out pretty good. That axe head has a little bit of a history for me, so I wanted to show my appreciation to him that he pretty much turned my life around and got me to do some video work and Nick Pixel. You also push that along too, but yeah, I wanted to. It's hard to explain. It's just it tends to get a little bit of emotional story for me. But in a nutshell, he turned my life around. I'm a whole lot nicer. I'm not that saying I'm a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. But it's hard to explain. I'm just improved myself. Let's say that. I improved myself and just trying to spread the love and way we should live, just as Buckin is. You know, it changed my views on everything. Back to the way I used to was. I know I used to was. I live in the boonies. You speak weird. But yeah, it's so anyway. Oh, I gotta show you this. So with that taken apart, now this I didn't get a chance to clean as well. Look at the carb. I mean, it is just packed full. This, mind you, I've been scraping for the past 20 minutes. And it's just packed full of oil, sawdust. I picked rocks out of this thing. You name it, I picked it out of this. Big chunks of wood. And the coil on this thing is... I don't understand how it even ran or how it even picked up a signal, you know, the magnetic field through it. Because look at the end of it. You can see a little bit. This part I scraped. This part I didn't. And it is just jammed full. Jammed. I mean, people, take care of your saws. They're your life, your pocket money, you know? That's what you pay your bills with. Well, if you're in our industry, you know, if you do tree work, or just it don't take long. Get the air hose out, blow it out, do something. The air hose, that's the best way to do it. That's the way I do it. I pull the air hose out, I go off over to the corner and I just blow it out. This is bad. I haven't seen a saw this dirty ever. And I've worked on a ton of saws, a ton of equipment. I mean, I don't do just saws. I do all kinds of small engine work. Um, but lately, I've been doing a lot of saws. This because I've been buying a lot of saws, which I just won another one on eBay. I gotta stop the spending. I'm broke. I just bought a I would look it up. I'm filming. McCulloch. I think it was a 141. I think it's another 141. I think it's a part saw that they listed it for. So this was my first McCulloch. This 141 here. So I'm probably, if that one's not savable or in better condition, I'll probably get that one running versus this one, which I'll just take my time and find the parts, and which I found a ton of parts. I just can't find the crankshaft seals. So if anyone knows crankshaft seals, if you know anyone that knows where to find those, I need a couple of those. Like a couple, 4, just in case this other one needs it too, which most likely they do, if it's not taken care of. And it did look a little on the rough side, but I won it for, I think, $100, so not too bad. So if you know anyone that knows anything, or or I need crankshaft seals and a gasket kit. If not a gasket kit, I'm sure I can find something. Or I know I make a lot of my own gaskets, so I could go that route as long as I know the thickness of that gasket. In some areas you need a specific thickness. So anyway, that's kind of my night. Just toying around, taking things apart, getting it cleaned up. I did find a rebuild kit for this carburetor, which is nice. I found it on eBay. There's other places that had it, but eBay seemed to be the best deal. Come with a complete kit and a master kit, so I can't complain. So I'm gonna order that tonight as well, and then I gotta stop spending. Yeah, the wife can't say nothing because she don't work. It's my money. No, she's out of work right now due to the whole COVID thing, and then she just had a hysterectomy, so she's been down. Things have been kind of hectic. That's why my videos get uploaded very early in the mornings, because I'm out here so late. This is my time, my free time. Kids are gone to bed, and now I have my time. So yeah, I have 2 kids, a daughter, she's gonna be 8 in December, and my son, he just turned 3 a week before my birthday. This is exactly 1 week before mine. So he just turned 3. Yep. Anyway, just a little update on the Eager Beaver. That name. It cracks me up. I get the name, but it sounds weird too. I don't know. I'm just a little crazy tonight. Oops. I did have gloves on. I wanted gloves on because I'm about to spray some cleaner. And I took them off. Play with foam. But yeah, just a little tricks here and there, And if you ever taken the clutch, which I just dropped the clutch off, your nuts, when you take the nut off your clutch, it's always in opposite direction. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, except for your clutch. Okay? You gotta go left or right to take it off. So you gotta tighten to take it off, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's actually a pretty simple this assembly. I don't like how they encased the whole engine in this molded plastic. It's not really a good idea, but it tends to hold the heat a little more. Me, I like a nice, cool running saw. I don't want as all that heat. That's too much heat. You know, I need some airflow through there. So I don't know. I'll probably play around a little bit, and I know it'll run way cooler when I get all this cleaned up, because it is gunked up really bad. I mean, it's terrible. This thing is so holy. It's been dropped and beaten, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, but anyway, that's it. I'm done. Y'all have a good night. Be kind. Be at peace. And yes, I know my garage is a mess. I'm never like this. But been a lot of life changes lately. So anyway, y'all be kind. Be good.